Joe, what did it mean for you to be able to start for Argyle today?
Yeah, it meant a lot. Obviously, it's been a long time coming, really. I was glad to be starting it. It does bring a different feel to a match day, if I'm honest. So, yeah, I was excited to get going today. And it's just a shame that we couldn't, back up what was an improved performance, I think, with a result. So, yeah, disappointed overall, but I'm proud, obviously, to make my Argyle debut.
Yeah, you touched on it there because, there wasn't a lot between the two sides at all this afternoon, was there?
No, there wasn't. No, obviously, they're obviously a good side from where they are in the league, and I thought we had our fair share of opportunities and moments, and we just need to be a little bit cleaner, maybe in the final third, and that's everyone as well. And on another day we could have and should have scored today, and it's disappointing. Obviously there was a penalty, and we don't know about the offside goal and stuff like that. But I look at it, it's disappointment overall. But we've got to try and use this performance as a springboard. Another game Tuesday. I've got no time to dwell on it really. So look forward to that and try and get a better result.
Did you have a view of the penalty?
I didn't really know. I saw. Yeah, it looked like. I don't know. You don't know if he actually touched him, whether it's enough to go down. I'm not sure. I thought it seemed soft on the pitch, if I'm being totally honest. But the referee obviously made the decision. Whether it was harsh or not, it's hard for me to say really. In when you're live in the pitch, but disappointed. Like I say, I think the offside one's more disappointment. I think for me, because that would have chalked away a good goal that I thought we worked well as a team to get into that position. So. If that was onside, that's more frustrating, I think, from my point of view. But like I say, we had enough of the game to score or create other opportunities, and it didn't quite happen for us today. So no sort of arguments from me. But I was happy with the majority of the performance. We just need to do better in moments, be cleaner in some parts of it, and we will do that. We're working hard on the training pitch, and that'll come.
Do referees talk to players at all about decisions? Was there any sort of justification from the referee, or is it just a penalty, that's it?
Yeah, sort of that's it really. You try and obviously argue your case, but very rare. We see it actually last week, didn't we, here? But very rare do they change their mind, and that's that. It's not my place to be talking about referees really. I'm just focusing on what we done as a team today, what I could have done better personally, and what we could have done better as a team. And like I say, I thought there were some really good points. I thought the crowd were brilliant today. They stuck with us. It's been a difficult few weeks, months, and I thought they were with us the whole way today, and that was massive for us. And gutted that we couldn't get a result from really.
Improved performances you touched on. How much do you think that was down to just being able to have a bit more experience in there, not only yourself but Joe Edwards, Pleggy coming back as well? It all helped, didn't it?
I think sometimes when you're having a difficult spell, I think some older heads. Can sometimes just settle things down a little bit. I thought Joe and Pleggy both done well today as well. Pato as well, and I thought we had some good moments. I thought we stretched them at times. I thought we mixed play up well. Just that final bit, again, like I say, from all of us that we could have done better at. So it's disappointment overall, but I thought the performance was positive. And if we believe if we keep doing that, but trying to improve all the time, we'll pick up points. And obviously we've got a big game on Tuesday to look forward to.
Yeah, they come around pretty quick, don't they? And from your own point of view, you're fit and raring to go and ready for Tuesday, if selected, of course.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, never want to come off, but obviously been a little while since I started the game, and a couple of last actions that I've done on the pitch, were tired and I was starting to cramp and stuff. So I'm hoping that I can just settle down quickly, recover right, and get ready for Tuesday.
Brilliant. Well played, Joe.
Thank you.
Joe, the last time we saw you in here was just after you joined, and you talked about training with Aldershot and things like that. How difficult has the last few weeks been, though, to get up to speed? Because I think we discussed at the time, training's one thing, but getting to the stage where you're playing a game like that is totally different, isn't it? It must have been hard work.
Of course it is, yeah. I think we mentioned that day, you can only get that match day fitness by playing games, and I've had 30 minutes. We had a good win at Port Vale, and obviously difficult circumstances against Northampton, if I'm being totally honest. But from a personal point of view, at least it's a chance for me to build. And like I say, the next step was to start a game, and got through it okay. I feel good. I'm hoping I can get ready and get prepared for Tuesday, and that can hopefully just be a start now where I can keep myself available and an option for the manager whenever he sees fit and wants to use me.
you're a relatively new face. You've seen, so you're sort of a fresh pair of eyes. This club's going through a really tough time at the moment. You know, what sort of, and you've played a lot of football, you've experienced lots of highs and lows, I'm sure, in your career. What sort of advice, words of, you know, confidence can you pass on to your teammates about the situation you're in at the moment? Because, you know, nobody comes into football to have a really tough time like this, do they? What can you say?
For me as well, I get confidence from seeing the work that management and coaches are doing with us on a training pitch every day. I'm seeing firsthand what the boys, the effort they're putting in training and on match days. Listen, there's a group here of young players and a mix of experience like we talked about, but of lads who want to do well for Argyle, and it's not quite happened for us at the minute, but it's not a lack of trying, and it's sometimes when you're in difficult situations the ball just doesn't bounce for you and you don't get that rub of the green. It's just keep them going really. We mentioned already in the change room, you know, we're in tomorrow to recover. I don't want an atmosphere of doom and gloom and feeling sorry for yourself. We've got no time for that. Got a massive game on Tuesday now. We'll come in nice and fresh. We'll look at what we done well, what we didn't do well, and we'll focus on Tuesday. And that's the way it's got to be. Luckily, in this league, as we all know, games come round quick. So we've got an opportunity to do better than what we did today. And like I say, there was a lot of positives. I feel more confident from after today, even though it was a defeat. Yeah. If I'm being totally honest, in the group we have, in supporters, and the connection we've got with everything. You know, coming out of this game, obviously I leave disappointed, of course, like everyone else, but there's something to build on here, and we just got to keep going. What we can't have is a better performance but not quite a result, and then drop that level back down. So it's important that we keep that belief within the group of what we've got, and go for it again on Tuesday, and hope that little moments happen better for us, and I'm sure that little bit of luck will come, and we'll start winning games.
Thanks again for coming to see us. Rest up and go again on Tuesday.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks,
cheers, lads.
Tom, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm quite angry today, to be honest. I thought the referees got two big decisions wrong that has decided the outcome of a close football match, and that generally happens to the team that's having a tough time, and a team that's having a good time, that it falls in the way of the team that's having a good time. But yeah, the penalty, I'm not sure which part of the action he's give it for. Pleggy's not made enough contact for him to go down, and he's not, because he's taken 3-4 steps longer, and then Malachi Boateng's not made any contact for Humphreys to go down. Not sure about that one at all. That'll need explaining to me when I speak to Mike Jones tomorrow. And then the disallowed goal is onside for a team who is, yes, we're struggling to find the net as much as we need to be. To score a perfectly good goal and get choked off is hugely disappointing. So it's been one too many times now, and I can take enough and focus on what I need to focus on. But now it's enough. I need to speak to the people who I need to speak to defend the club from all of these decisions.
Have you actually managed to speak to the referee himself?
No, that wasn't me. So I was in the stand today. Again, Alex Mitchell lucky not to have 15 stitch in his head from the challenge on Tuesday night. No penalty. Okay, we'll move on from that one. And yeah, I can't speak to him today. So I'm sure I'll speak to him. I've already spoke to Mike after the game. I've got a call with him tomorrow. Find out why the penalty was given, and also, yeah, there's people dedicating their lives to win games for this football club, and I need to know that the referees are also dedicating their lives to be the best they can be.
Taking that aside, I mean, what did you make of your own team's performance today?
I thought for 65, 70 minutes, the better side up to their box. I think we were a little bit lacking ideas, lacking quality, lacking confidence around their box. Now, we knew that could be an issue. We only had 4 league goals in the 18-man squad today, so that is a worry. But the only way is put yourself in that position. Keep putting yourself in that position, because I guarantee for Barley, for Owen Dale, for Pato, once the first league goal comes, then 2, 3, 4 will come quickly after, and keep being there, keep being the ones that putting yourself front and centre. But yeah, today thought we were really good. We made the team who were in the automatic promotions slots look quite average. I thought we were the better team, and then up to their box where we lacked a little bit of everything.
Julio started, Joe Edwards, Joe Rawls as well. What was the thinking about getting those guys involved today?
Yeah, I don't think I need to explain that one too much, rather than experienced quality players. They make us make us better. I'm really delighted that all three of them have got good minutes under their belts today. They like I said, they're not just from a quality perspective, but from a decision making, leadership, game management perspective. They're a reason why I feel like I have a lot more hope that we win points than I did 5 weeks ago. I'll be honest, 5 weeks ago I was quite worried for where we were as a team. We didn't look like we could keep a clean sheet, and we didn't look like scoring. So now, fast forward 4 or 5 weeks, first point has been sort of not taken care of, but I think today that should have been 3 clean sheets in our last 4, barring a bizarre refereeing decision. The mentality and the togetherness is there. There's consistency of how we want to play, which I was desperate to get to. We still have the problem of not scoring enough goals, especially when Tolly's out of the team.
You talked on Thursday about how you felt you'd had 8 good halves out of a possible 10. Is that another 2 good halves? Are you happy with both halves there?
Second half, we probably don't have the depth in our squad to impact the game enough from the bench. So that's something we've spoke about in January. Not only a quality thing, but a plan B. Because we shouldn't be having to put Matthias Ross up top, but due to suspensions and injuries and things like that, we just don't have the depth in our squad to be able to impact games enough from the bench. So we need to address that one, because I thought for 65-70 minutes was good. I didn't think the goal affected us mentally as much as last week, so that's a positive. But we just didn't have enough to say, God, we're giving it a right go here, and we need to address that in a number of ways.
We talked about the 2 Joes and Julio as well. You'll be glad to have got 25 minutes or so out of Zav as well, won't you?
Yeah, it's good to have him back. He is that one player that can unlock a door. Now, not an easy way to come on 1-0 down, and a team who plays a back 5 and really difficult to break down. So credit to them for that. But yeah, good. It's a big tick box for him in terms of his return. Now I think he's a while away from being able to play 90 minutes at the intensity we need him to. But today's a step in the right direction for him.
Thank you, Tom.
Thanks.
I think it probably highlights the issue you mentioned, though, Tom, that Zav was the only attacking player you had on the bench, and you know that you can't play him for, much more than 10, 20, 30 minutes today?
Yeah, and that begs the question why Tegan and Hatchie and I think there's just a certain level. I think Tegan and Hatchie haven't got a league goal or assist this year. Now they will get to those levels. I look at in the preparation. I looked today at Bobby Poynton, and obviously we knew he couldn't play today, but he's involved in a lot of their good play when we're analysing Bradford, and I think that's where Tegan can end up at in a couple of years. Bobby's a couple of years down the line in terms of league experience, and his goals and assists are really good numbers this year. And that's what players in that position will be judged by. Now, I don't think Tegan's quite there in terms of being able to produce that for us. He's a very good young player with lots of potential, but just needs to get a little bit more explosive, a little bit learn his game on how to be effective at that end of the pitch, and then because ultimately you're judged on numbers as a number 10 or a wide player. So yeah, I felt like today I went with the more senior lads on the bench, and yeah, we are lacking. We're lacking goals as a squad. We're not going to beat around the bush, but we will help the players, and all the players just need to be in the positions to finish them. Like I said, when 1 comes, I'm sure 2, 3 and 4 will.
I think you've spoken to Mike Jones already this season, haven't you? I mean, does that really achieve anything? Does that give you any clarification at all, do you feel? Do you think it will make a difference?
Well, all I can do is my best for the club. If I feel like speaking to him could get right, it's important now that, yes, Plymouth, what Mike is, he's honest. He will say, hard done by. Yeah, so you say, right, can we put one of your better referees on our game. There's millions of pounds at stake here, and right now big decisions are determining our results. Last week there's a red card after 25 minutes. I'm sure the result doesn't finish 3-0 Northampton. Now Kevin Nolan takes that player off cleverly, and then what happened. Leighton Orient, it's the Stonewall penalty not given. Okay, my player could have ended up in hospital. Luckily he didn't. It goes on and on. Mike's always honest, and he's normally tries to do the best for refereeing the future games. So that's all I can ask.
Do you know about Brendan Galloway, whether he's available for Tuesday night?
He is, and he will be for Rotherham as well, and he'll go next Sunday. So, positive news on that. Today I thought it was a game that suited Matty a bit more, and we'll see about Tuesday.
But that's a little bit of good news that you'll have a experienced defender for the next 2 games. I think you were only thinking one at the most, weren't you?
Yeah, and like I said, it's a big part of why I feel a lot more hopeful that we can win enough points to get out of this little bit of a mess we find ourselves in, because excuse me, Joe Edwards looks like he's back to full fitness. Joe Rawls looks like he's fit. Plaguey's back, and Brendan Wiredu I thought played well in midfield, which we've not really seen him as an option since Barnsley. So gained a lot of important players this week, and yeah, I need the players to believe that, and they do believe that as much as I do, because they're not getting what they sometimes deserve at the minute.
The fans were quite angry and frustrated last Saturday. I thought they really tried to get behind the team today. Would you agree with that?
They're outstanding. You know, I can't thank them enough. It's tough being an Argyle fan at the minute. It's tough being associated to Argyle at the minute. There's only one way we get out of this, and that's not. If there's any frustrations, aim them at me. The players, we're all trying our best, but it's hard to go out there under the pressure they are and get all the sticks. So yeah, aim the frustrations at me. But today I thought it's unbelievable. The difficult moment we're in, they made the club feel together, and that's a credit to them.